Real quick before the video starts, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see some more Zane, Amara, or other builds in the game, including Mo's. I'll be sure to get right on top of it. Comment down below what you guys want to see first, and of course like and subscribe, and I'll bring that to you guys. So yeah, see you in the video. Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Jaco here, and today I got a post-patch flak crit build. As you guys may or may not know, this guy got patched, but he can still be very OP and is probably still the best player post-patch with these kinds of weapons. First off, I like to use a shotgun. The Butcher is probably one of my favorite guns, mostly because you don't have to really reload or anything. Plus, you can just hit crits on crits on crits. It's just got a really good fire rate and is an amazing weapon. Yeah, the accuracy says it's not good, but this thing shoots absolute laser beams and is really fun and OP. Something to bail me out while I'm down. I use the Hellwalker just to like kill quick ad just to get up or something. Yeah, very, very good weapon. And a king's, queen's, like any sort of call weapon, the Jacob's call. I got one King's Call in Shock. I'm still on the hunt for a Queen's Call or one of these calls in Fire or Incendiary, and I unfortunately haven't gotten one yet, but this gun is absolutely amazing. Yeah, they did patch the fire rate, like insanely patch the fire rate, but with the build and skill tree I'm using, the fire rate isn't too bad now, and yeah, I'll show you guys that once I get done with the inventory, of course. Next up is the Lyuda. I got a shock one, which is insane against shields. I'll have a clip at the end of the video of me absolutely destroying Grave Ward in like 3 or 4 mags with the Lyuda, with like minus elemental damage and all those mayhem mods. Absolutely destroys Grave Ward, absolutely destroys bosses. The Lyuda. This thing got pretty much all snipers, I believe, got a whatchamacallit, a patch where they do a lot better crit hit, better handling, better ADSing, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, snipers altogether are a lot better after the patch. So just in case you didn't know that, and yeah, well, now you know. Next up, the Transformer. This is a world drop, by the way. I should have gone over that. Most of these are world drops, except for the King's Call. You can get this from Tyrene or Troy. The Transformer, another world drop. Very good shield, 100% of shock damage into shields, 40% chance to absorb bullets. So 40% of the time you're not taking damage, and you take 0% shock damage. You don't take any shock damage whatsoever. It actually works very, very good. And mine is anointed, so I get a little bit of movement speed on an action scale end. Little bonus right there. The Sticky Quasar. Not the best grenade. I'm still on the hunt for a Stormfront and or the what's it called? The Rainstorm, the really OP grenade that's pretty much taking over the pipe bomb. That can like pretty much melt bosses. I'm still looking for one of those too. But this also works pretty well for taking down shields. That's pretty much what I use nades for, is taking down shields and doing some extra damage and getting lifesteal or whatever. Next up is my class mod. Nothing too specific here, except for you want to get, what is it called? The Leave No Trace, I believe it's called. Yeah, you want to get Leave No Trace at least +2 or above. You get +3, you have like, I believe, a 70-something% chance to not use a bullet in the mag once you hit a crit hit damage, which is amazing. Mine is at 60-something right now, but it's still really useful. Half the time, if I'm hitting crits, I'm not even using bullets in my mag, and that works very well with, guns like the Butcher and the Hellwalker. Very, very good weapons to use with Leave No Trace. And I get +30% pistol damage and 5 extra grenades. Very useful there. The artifact, I don't really have anything special except for incendiary damage, electrocute chance, and magazine size. I don't have a specific artifact that I want to use yet. But now let's get on to the skill tree. Alright, so first off, with the orange tree, the Hunter tree, I went 5 on Interplanetary Stalker, 3 on Leave No Trace, and of course the class mod gives me +2 more points. So a chance to add ammo on a crit hit is 60% now, which is very useful. Some of these reload speeds you don't really want to upgrade, Ambush Predator, I only have that because of this, because of my class mod. Other than that, I really wouldn't use it because when there's no enemies nearby, how are you gonna get crit hit damage when there's no enemies nearby? I don't know what the range is exactly, but that just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe using a sniper makes more sense, but I don't use the sniper a ton. I only use the Lyuda for like big bosses and stuff, and of course, if I'm killing a boss, it's gonna be near me somewhat. So yeah, this doesn't make any sense. So if you find a class mod to leave no trace and it doesn't have ambush predator, you're a-okay. Don't worry about ambush predator. It is one of the worst skills in the game. It's very, very weird. Head count. When you score a crit hit, you have a chance to reduce action skill cooldown. This is actually very useful. If you're hitting a ton of crits, you can like drop your action skill to like 15-20 seconds and make it 3 or 4 seconds if you're around a bunch of ads hitting a bunch of crits. Very useful there. Chance to add an extra projectile, 25% right here with Two Fang. Also used from Zero in Borderlands 2. Very useful. The action skill effects will become longer and work better. These are action skills or hunter skills, so these do what, 30% better. I mean, that is super useful, especially in this tree. Next up, actually, let's just go to the blue tree real quick. I have +3 in Persistent Hunter. You do 12% gun damage and 45% extra action skill duration. So you're staying in your fadeaway a little bit longer with that. So first thing I upgraded was Furious Attack. After shooting an enemy, you gain a stack of Furious Attack. You do extra gun damage handling. And you can stack it up 10 times. Before the patch, I didn't really worry about this too much. In my video, I explained that, but 20% extra gun damage is quite a bit, especially post-patch. Pretty useful in post-patch. Eager to Impress, Kill Skill. You have a chance to reduce cooldown time with flak kills and pet kills. Next, Overclocked, increased fire rate. Right here. Turn, tail, and run. While you're standing still, you do 25% extra gun damage. In a boss like Grave Ward, where he can sit idle for multiple seconds, or just any sort of enemy that just sits still for, like even Tyrene, once you hit the eye on the top of her back, you can jump down, and if you stand still, you're doing 25% extra damage, which is absolutely insane. Plus you're getting damage reduction while moving, fire rate while still, and health regeneration of 0.9% a second while moving. Hidden Machine. When a target has no target or is attacking a different target, flak deals increased damage against them. 30% extra damage, especially if you have some friends or if you have one of your pets out. Of course, I use the Gunslinger Jabber. That could be pretty useful, doing an extra 30% gun damage. Well, it's not gun damage, it's actually damage altogether, so it's very useful there. While above half health, flak's gun damage and movement speed are increased. Gun damage 33%. Movement speed 13%. If you're going for a quick kill on a boss and you have above half health, and if you're killing someone like Grave Ward where he doesn't have the best attacks, you're pretty much always going to have above half health. And if not, of course, you got health regeneration and some other regeneration class mod if you have one or not. And finally, the power inside. The pet gains increased damage when flak activates an action skill. If flak is at full health, the increased damage is doubled. The damage with the pet. See, this is something I'm not really sure if I want to keep. I might put this in health regeneration or reviving from a pet, because it's just not super good, especially some of the animals, they get killed in Mayhem 3 very easily, very quickly, with all the badass enemies around, so it's not even that useful. But of course, having an animal is just, just an extra bonus, added bonus. So of course I use the flak, or the Jabber, with +5 movement speed and +5 crit hit damage, which is pretty useful. And of course I use Fadeaway with Gorillas in the Mist. Very useful right there. Of course they took out 8% or 3 seconds from this fadeaway, so that's why you want to have what's it called, Persistent Hunter, to add that 40% extra action skill duration, make it around 6, 7, 8 seconds again. Little helps a little bit more. And of course, unblinking eye. Successive hits on the same target increase flak's crit hit damage per hit. Unblinking eye resets every 3 hits. 75% per hit extra is absolutely insane. Especially with the fadeaway and all that kind of jazz. Well, that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the skill tree and the setup and all that. Please make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe, and watch the footage at the very end of the video. I'm gonna add some clips, so yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please remember to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.